So typically I don't record more than once a week. Well, the first week I actually recorded, I guess like all 6 episodes in a row, back to back, just off the top of my head, because I think that's really what I do best. I kind of just suck at planning as a general rule, and I am just a creature that is designed to wing it the whole damn way through life. And, I'm pretty good at dumb luck. It's actually, it could be a superpower. I don't know. Till it runs out, right? And eventually all our ruck runs out. Luck runs out, and then we die. But I couldn't get past all the fucking ridiculousness that I saw today, like just going through the headlines and stuff. It's like the whole vaccine with Pfizer's vaccine causing Bell's palsy in several candidates. And, like for the first time ever that I can recall, I don't say the first time, but like the first time in recent memory I can recall, like the fact checkers actually did a fair job fact checking it. And they didn't outright obfuscate. They didn't, tap dance around it. It's mostly true. It's mostly true. It's not mostly fucking true. It's absolutely true. 4 people got Bell's palsy from taking the vaccine. What was really funny, though, is that in a couple of articles I looked at, they said something, not the fact checkers, these were the actual articles that they were fact checking. I had stated that they were unclear if the shot caused the Bell's palsy in the 4 test subjects who received the COVID-19 vaccine. Well, how disingenuous is that? I mean, yeah, it wasn't the shot. The needle didn't cause it. It was the viral matter in it, because that's what happens. That's what Bell's palsy is it's a reaction to certain viruses. Well, like the COVID vaccine is a bunch of different viruses or parts of different viruses created and, chopped up and reconfigured to create an immunity. And it's not really so ridiculous, because that's like how we do most our vaccines anyway. That's how like the anti-vaxxers get all batshit crazy, especially like the flu vaccine people. I don't get the flu vaccine, and the reason why is quite simple, is because I just typically don't get the flu. So why am I getting a bunch of extra vaccinations that I just don't typically need? Maybe when I get older I'll reevaluate it, but right now, like, I do pretty good. I think I've had it like twice in my entire life. Like everybody in the whole house come down with the flu, and I am just rocking and rolling and, enjoying their misery, because that's what I do. That's what a loving father does, is he laughs at his family's misery while he struts around in his superior jeans. They're Levi's, actually. My kids wear a bunch of trash jeans that I buy them at Walmart, but I get the fucking Levi's. They got trash jeans, I got good jeans. You thought I was talking genetics? Fuck no. My kids got great genetics. They're just little bitches that get the flu. So that's where that goes. But the one that really just threw me over the top today was this. Here's why vaccinated people still need to wear a mask. Oh man, jeez, like, talk about moving the goalpost. We just have to mask up and social distance. Well, now we've masked up and social distance, but now we need a lockdown. Well, nobody's locking down because we didn't mask down and social distance. We got to wait for a vaccine. Well, here's a vaccine. Well, guess what? Now we got to get the vaccine, got to lock down, and do the social distancing, because you still might spread it if you have the vaccine. Holy fucking shit. Does it ever end? Okay, so, yeah, there's the idea that they don't know that you won't be able to spread the virus if you have some immunity to the virus. We do know that it's exactly called asymptomatic transmission. Like, we've all known that, right? It's like, maybe I'm talking this backwards, but sometimes these articles just made me want to slap a motherfucker upside the head, right? So I'm going to get this vaccine and catch Bell palsy, which I don't know, it's 4 people out of fucking, I don't know how many thousands. And then there's all the people with, history of anaphylactic reactions who they advise not to get it. So now here you are, you got a history of anaphylactic reactions. Guess what? You never get to take the mask off forever. Oh, well, probably. I mean, like, maybe after a certain point, if there is enough herd immunity reached by mass vaccinations, we'll be a bunch of, stroke-looking motherfuckers wandering around with our Bell's palsy smiles, waving at each other. We won't know, though, because we're still wearing the mask, because we have anaphylactic. But here's my opinion, right? You got a history of anaphylactic, like an active history of anaphylaxia, you should roll the dice, man. You know, like, look, you got everything else going for you. You got an EpiPen. You can avoid your peanut allergies. You can avoid this. Like, fucking live a little. You're already dodging all this other shit in life. Take the fucking mask off and breathe. Spread that shit. Breathe it in deep. You'll probably fucking whip the COVID. You survived anaphylaxia already. Just fucking go for it. You know, I know it's hard it's easy for me to sit here, you know, behind my microphone and tell y'all how to live your lives, because I don't have like allergies to anything except for, you know, one or two things I won't mention that are severe. But hey, there you go. No, seriously, like the penicillin, man. I'm a goner, right? So, you know, probably a good reason for me not to get it. But guess what? If I've already got some immunity to it, enough immunity to where I am not getting sick from it, I don't need the fucking vaccine. Like, right? Why am I going full circle? I'm just going to go and, you know, let them mark up a bunch of fucking money off my taxes. Not off my taxes, right? But, like, right, I'm paying for it. Like, you think the vaccine's fucking free? It's not fucking free. It's government funded. It's subsidized. You're fucking paying for it, whether you get it or not. And every single dose that they sell, guess who paid for it? Oh, the government paid for it. Well, who pays for the government? We do, motherfuckers. So, there you go, right? So here we are, we're full circle. It's never ending. So you knew, or at least those of us who are at least any bit skeptical, jaded, and analytical, knew that this whole thing was just going to be one big money fucking suck for a bunch of really rich motherfuckers. And we all see it. I mean, look at all the big box stores that got picked to be the winners of this whole, you know, shutdown, lockdown thing. The only losers in that, I guess, are like the big gyms, right? So a couple little gyms can run under the table or run under the radar and not get notices. But, you know, you go in one of these places that's got a full lockdown, like New York or Michigan or whatever, and you're trying to run a Gold's Gym or a Planet Fitness. Well, guess what? Tough shit, dude. You're getting shut down. And, you know, like, let's be honest. Y'all should have invested in home gyms a long time ago. Like, seriously, y'all need to just, you don't fucking mind your time on the machines. You don't re-rack the weights. You don't wipe down the benches when you're done. You're a bunch of filthy fucking animals, and you deserve this. I hope you give yourself, do push-ups till you fucking die at home. Like, in your living room, bored as shit, on lockdown, smelling like ass, and leaving sweat stains in your carpet so that when your guests come over that you're not supposed to have, they choke and gag on your stinky carpet. No, I'm not bitter at all about this. I don't go to public gyms or, you know, gyms for that. I have one in my garage, which is why I can't do all the cool machines that you motherfuckers get to do. I hate you people. So that was just like what popped into my head today about this whole thing was this crazy cycle, this evil cycle that never ends with the whole COVID situation, apparently. And, you know, the numbers are skyrocketing. The deaths aren't skyrocketing, but the numbers are. So, I mean, through the laws of probability, it doesn't look like the death rates have dropped. But, again, all the death rates, the huge ones, are like in that 80-plus range, that 70-plus range. And that hasn't changed at all so far. Man, this is sad to say this, but, like, it's going to run out of those people. That's kind of terrible, but we were going to run out of those people anyway, right? Like, maybe this is some sort of big reset. Oh, that was another thing, right? Like the Great Reset. And this is one that I haven't read a whole lot about, but apparently it's going to be this wealth redistribution thing. I don't know a whole lot about it. I don't know how much credibility there is to it, but what I saw of it looked pretty credible, that it's you know, an actual name of a policy that's looking to be put into place, or at least voted on in Canada. I don't know all the details of it, but it did, from what I sniffed out, was a wealth redistribution sort of scheme. Yeah, that's going to work out real well, I guess. If that's what it is. I mean, you're going to take and run off a bunch of business owners, and they'll just go to other countries, and then you'll be left with, you know, a whole lot of middle class people for a while, and then dwindling down forever and ever. They'll won't be fading into oblivion because of COVID. They'll be disappearing because of they'll be dropping slowly into lower and lower class. But anyhow, like that's a topic for maybe another day. I should probably do some reading about that before I talk a whole lot more, because I already sound dumb enough as it is. I think that's going to be a wrap for the day, guys. Maybe I'll have more later. Have a good one.